Okay, Acoustic Bliss. Let's go drinking. When these shoes were new, it was how do you do? It was whiskey and telling your tale. When my shirt was clean, I was there to be seen. I had clear eyes and my sight never failed. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. Now bluebells and matches and stains on the table, and the sweet smell of the luscious woodbine. Well, Mr. McEwen, you will be my ruin, I said, but I don't really mind. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. Well, they're still shining through all those stains on the table. Left is heavy and the other is light. Well, if it's left up to you, girl, I know what you'll do. You'll take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight.
Got ya. Hello. Right, let me see if I can stop that. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Look, I'm back in my cupboard. Very temporarily. There's a great big... Oh, there's some sort of big blob of something on my screen. It's right in the middle of my forehead. Anyway, hello. So far, so good. I've got 2 lots of internet. I've got the big computer. I've got the laptop. The camera's working. I think I'm streaming to YouTube, but Steve Duncan will let me know. And I have videos. Some are missing, but most of them are there. So I am having an early bath tonight. and you probably all could do with one as well. So hopefully I'm not going to run over, and hopefully I've got just the right amount of stuff. I am trying to keep happy and stay positive. That's what I'm trying to do, and I'm hoping that all the problems that I've had over the last couple of weeks with streaming are over, and that I'll be able to sort that out. Sorry about my rather reflective glasses. Anyway, are you all right? Summer's here, isn't it? And the time is right for dancing in the streets, I think. Or is that protesting? I'm not sure, but I'm going to try really hard to keep my gob shut tonight. I am, because I think, well, you know. So oh, I've got some loveliness. There is no real theme tonight. We're just glad that we're here, aren't we? And I didn't get to pour my Guinness in time, so we're gonna delve into what I've got. I've got some little corkers, past and present, and anyway, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to start. Actually, this is where we used to start pretty much every week back in the lockdown days, and because this is how we always used to start Acoustic Bliss when it was live. And I say we always used to start is because one of the players in the next clip always had to be on an early bus because he was looking after his dad. So. And we tried very hard to accommodate everybody, as you all well know. So anyway, welcome back. Hopefully you can hear me, you can see me, wherever you are. I think I did get a glimpse that Canada's in the house, and Colmanel. So we've got Canada and Colmanel. What more do we need? Everything in between. So here we go. And I'm going to go and find my Guinness, check all the connections, make sure I've got the music, but we're ready to go. Are you ready? Here we go. It's Legacy.
My name is Dodge, but then you know that sitting on a rock, trapped there at the foot end of the bed. They think I'm blind, but I can't read it. Read every word, and every word it says is dead. So confession that the reason that you came, get it off my chest before I check out of the game. Since you mentioned it, there's 13 things I'll name, 13 crosses high above the cold Missouri water. August 49, West Montana, the hottest day on record. The forest trees are dry and lightning strikes in the mountains. I was crew chief at the drum bass, I prepared the boys to fly. Picked the drum throne, 47 comes in low. Feel the tap upon your leg as you go. See the circle of the fire down below. 15 of us jumped above the cold Missouri water. Against the fire, I've seen a bigger, ordered than society. We'd fight it from below, we'd have our backs to the river. We'd hibernate by morning, even if we took it slow. But the fire crowd jumped the valley just ahead, there was no way down. They headed for the ridge instead, too big to find it. Have to fight that slope instead. Flames one step behind above the cold Missouri water. Sky had turned red, smoke was boiling. All of them, I don't know why, I just thought it. Struck a match to wayside grass, running out of time. I tried to tell them Step into this fight, I've said you can't make it. This is the only chance you get. But they cursed me and pour the rocks above instead. Lay face down and prayed above the cold Missouri water. And when I rose like the phoenix, in that world reduced to ashes, there was none that to survive. I stayed that night, and one day after, carried bodies to the river, wondered how I stayed alive. 13 stations off the cross to my clear fall, I find my say, I'll confess to nothing more. I'll turn there now, 'cause you left me long before. Hurting crosses high above the cold Missouri water. Hurting crosses high above the cold Missouri shore. Thank you. It is a legacy, it was passed down to me. A good farmer, a skinny wheel. The pods are out playing like it was the Red Sea. It is a legacy, both me and you. You are a black man, I am a white man. Both come from the Southlands, both doing the best you can. But every reaper was my brother's keeper. The way my brother was kept, it's no wonder Jesus wept. It is a legacy passed down to you and me. What we're taught to believe, we never question these things. It's a legacy, it's a wild and a bitter sea, going across these fertile fields, whether it's from me. We both got calloused hands, blue-collar working men, down here in Bubbaland. What's in their name? Both are working rent to rent, some on the government. We are quite different, we are the same. It is a legacy passed down to you and me. What we learn to believe, we never question these things. It's a legacy, it's a wild and a bitter sea, all across these fertile fields, whether it's from me. Sundays we congregate, baby Jesus passed the plate, singing our Sunday best, singing hymns and mopping sweat. We learned to roll in separate Sunday schools, in a house we were divided against itself. It is a legacy passed down to you and me. What we choose to believe, we dare not question these things. It's a legacy, it's a wild and a bitter sea, going across these fertile fields, whether it's from me. It's time to make a change, just can't legacy. It's time to recognize under God's clear skies. It's time to make a change. For a man is a man, it is a legacy. That's down to you and me. What we choose to believe, we can question these things. It's a legacy. It's a wine under the sea. All across these fertile fields, whether it's from me. Whether it's from me.
Yeah, I'm back. But see my face? I don't care. I'm not going to let it get me down. No stress this week. Oh, right, better turn it off though. Whatever I need you to. So, hello. Lots of familiar faces in the chat. I don't know who was in early on, but hello to Mandy. We haven't seen you for a while. And I can see Stevie D, TV. Oh, I think earlier I saw the Powers. The Powers! Canada. We've got the Bissets in Commonwealth. I did mention that anyway. And oh, Bill, Alison, hello. And everybody else. Oh, did I see a sign that said hello, Dode? Well, anyway, if Dode, if you're in that, I was hoping that when I played the legacy stuff, that you would be there. So that was Paul McCann, no, Steve McCann, and Paul Crichton, and they, in various forms, have been legacy over the years. And Paul Crichton, I think, at least, I think the first song was from his. Well, it's from one of his. He's quite a prolific songwriter. It's from one of his albums. Unfortunately, Ruth isn't in the chat, so and she'd be able to tell me. Maybe Dodal as well. Anyway, Paul Crichton, Crighton. You can look him up on Facebook. He is actually he's an interesting man. He's been involved in Common Ground, which is a sort of a thing in the States that brings people together, and for musical purposes, and he's been over there quite a bit, and yes, and so he's got a traditional folk sort of roots, but he can play all sorts. Anyway, he's incredible actually, because you know, one thing I love about Bliss, as you well know, is that it brings people together, and it brings them out. Well, it did anyway. It still does in other ways. But Paul, I think one night when we arrived at the pub, he was outside having a smoke, and I said, "Oh, you're all right? Not seen you for a week or so." And he said, "Oh, I've been in hospital. They let me out today." And he'd had some sort of brain operation. Straight down to Bliss on first. That's commitment for you. Anyway, I have all sorts. I've been delving around. I had some ideas. I've got my list of, you know, things to look for, and then I thought also, do you know what, let's just remind ourselves of the pub. I know that it's open, and if you're planning a trip to Ayr, you must go in there, but you know, for those of you who are farther away, or who might never make it to the Bliss live in person, I thought it's nice to have a few little reminders of what it was like. So that's how often the evening would start. Now I then thought, right, it's always good to mix it up, right? And so my next little act, this I think is from 2015. Okay, doesn't matter, it's either 15 or 16, it's quite a long time ago anyway, as you'll see. And I just found this little clip, and I kept it for two reasons. The main one is that it's great, and I just love the singing, and we have to have a woman on fairly early on, don't we? And so this is my female artist for the evening, my female solo artist at this point, and also just gives you another little flavour of the pub. So here we are. Imagine you're there in live, and something I actually genuinely miss, setting up all the gear. I miss it, I do, but hey. Right, okay. Anybody know who that is? I'm playing a little game. See, the Biscuits couldn't go to their quiz tonight. Apparently it was cancelled. So we'll play my own little quiz. So who's that? Who's about to play there then? Any clues? There's a valuable prize, obviously. Of course, I've realised the chat's a little bit behind. Live is we're ahead of you here. It's like being in a different time stamp. Okay, well, that was a good quiz because obviously. Oh well, okay. I don't know how to do this. Molly. All right, here we go. The answers are coming in now. Is it Molly? Says Mike Abbott. Hello, Mike and Mary. Hope you're all right, Mary. Oh, you need to get Mike. You need to get Mike to rub something on your chest. All right. And drink plenty. Lots of fluids. Vicks. So anyway, no, it's not Molly. Oh, he can't listen. Poor Dode. So it's not Molly. It's not old Mike. No. Come on. Is this exciting for everybody else? The Biscuits haven't joined in. I mean, they should be sitting there with their empty pad and quiz thing. Oh, shall I just play it? Anyway, I think you'll like this. It's like just the sound of clearness, and it's not Molly. It's not Molly. It's not Mandy. Actually, yeah, I don't think Molly. I think 2015 was too young for Molly. Anyway, so right, this just let the beautiful tones.
Don't you lose that light in your eyes. Never too late to love, never too late to try. When somebody needs you, give them all you can give. When you're living in love, you're loving to live. Stay up, keep your wheels in motion. You got everything that you need. Stay up with your rock and rollin'. All the best things in life are free. Oh, don't you feel like playing the fool? Step out of line, break all of the rules. Don't you let them tell you it's not for you. Don't be growing old before you're through. Stay young, keep your wheels in motion. You got everything that you need. Stay young with your rock and rollin'. All the best things in life are free. Oh, don't you lose that light in your eyes. Never too late to love, never too late to try. When somebody needs you, give them all you can give. When you're living in love, you're loving to live. Stay young, keep your wheels in motion. You got everything that you need. Stay young with your rock and rollin'. All the best things in life are free. All the best things in life are free. All the best things in life are free. All the best things in life are free.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. Sorry, I had an eyelash stuck in my eyeball the whole way through that. This next one, I've just decided to do all covers tonight. But I'd like to mention that I do have an album. It was released on the 26th of March. It's available on iTunes. It's called Beautiful Dreamer. And personally, I think it's fabulous, but that's really up to you guys. This one is a cover. This one's a cover called Hide Your Love Away.
Here I stand, my head in hand, turn my face to the wall. If he's gone, I can't go on, feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stare, each and every day. I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, hey, you got to hide your love away. Hey, you got to hide your love away. How can I even try? I can never win. Here and there, I'm seeing them in the state I'm in. How could he say to me, love will find a way? Gather round, all you clouds, let me hear you say, hey, you got to hide your love away. Hey, you got to hide your love away. You got to hide your love away. Hey, you got to hide your love away. How can I even try? I can never win. Thank you.
Oh, hey, that was a good quiz, wasn't it? Because nobody got it. And see, I don't even need to join in the chat. I love watching it. You all make me very, very happy with your daft comments. And see, this last few weeks have been a little bit well, literally up and down the length of the country. I've done hundreds of miles, hundreds, probably thousands by now actually, in a short space of time, and I do not know which way the wind blows at the moment, but I'm making a conscious decision to try and even though I can't plan too far ahead, but I'm going to try and get the most the most out of life. So at the moment I'm temporarily back at home, mainly because we had a course this week, a very small course, but we've been building guitars, and it's actually been really lovely to be back in the workshop. It's been a bit like really old times, because it's just me and Mark again, and very small numbers of students. We're not back to, well, I don't think there is such a thing as normal. I don't think there ever was, but yeah, we've evolved into the next stage, which looks a little bit like 19 years ago. It's like it feels like it feels a little bit like the last 19 years never happened, which is really odd, really strange. But anyway, it's been really nice, because it's something we like doing, and I'm hoping that eventually other things that we like doing will be able to happen. But at the moment, I mean, honestly, I really can't make any plans at all, but I'm working on making sure that my mobile kit, my streaming kit's good, so that I won't let you down, because I don't like doing that. I quite enjoyed rushing off the train a couple of weeks ago and trying to do it on the floor. You know what I mean, anyway. So no, we don't want to pretend they didn't happen. It's like, because the house, the house and the work, it's like, it looks a bit like it did when we moved in, because we've dismantled the place. We started dismantling it before COVID with the full intention of remantling it, and of course that hasn't happened. And there's just the two of us. For most of the time there's just two of us here, which is how it was at the beginning. So anyway, Mary, if you get Mike to read the chat out to you, there's apparently a lot of suggestions in there about how to cure your cough and your sore throat. They're all alcohol related, unfortunately. But hey, that might be a good thing. So that was Katie Cross in her very earlies, and actually I can't remember. I don't think that was the first time she came, but the first time she came to Acoustic Bliss was the first time she was old enough to come in and play, which was, wow. Anyway, good. And see the tones, absolutely beautiful. So I'm now going to look for of course I should have lined it up, but I blooming well didn't, did I? So oh yes, I know what we're going to do. Right, so let's do this, because we're going to have little tasters, right? Little tasters of the real bar, and this are right. And so you all got to sing along to this. This is a singy longy one. If you remember the old days, do you remember the old days? If you remember the old days, you'll be able to sing singy longy. If not, just go oh, okay.
Alright, here's an old traditional umpteen countries claim it's Ireland, Scotland, England, everybody claims it, so here goes. My young love said to me, my mother won't mind, my father won't slight you, for you're like a kite. She stepped away from me, and if she did say, it will not be long till her wedding day. The people were saying, no two were wed, but one has a secret that never was said. She smiled as she passed, with her goods in her gate, and that was the last I saw my dear. She stepped away from me, and she moved from the fair. Sadly I watched her go here and go there. She went her way homeward, way one star away, as the swan in the evening moves o'er the lake. I dreamt it last night, that my true love came in. She entered so softly, her feet made me din. She came close beside me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. Hold back the day, hold back the day, in which we're living, in which we're living, so far from home, so far from home, so far from free, so far from free. Hold back the way, hold back the way, we've all been given, we've all been given, another sweet song of yesterday wash over you. If we should meet, if we should meet, like ships a passing, like ships a passing, some starry night, some starry night, out on the blue, out on the blue. I may not speak, I may not speak, but if you ask me, if you ask me, I'll let a sweet song of yesterday wash over you. And when your dreams, and when your dreams aren't worth the dreaming, aren't worth the dreaming, and you can't find your way through, find your way through. And when your schemes, and when your schemes aren't worth the scheming, aren't worth the scheming, I'll let a sweet song of yesterday wash over you. I'll let a sweet song of yesterday wash over you. Thank you.
Yeah! Our Gordy! Oh. So, actually, I thought I'd maybe made a mistake because the first song you couldn't really sing, wasn't very sing-alongy, was it? The wedding song, beautiful. I love the notes in that. Yeah, and the way it's very haunting, the way Gordon sings that. But the second one, yay! Sweet song of yesterday. Just seen Tiff's comment about Fife. Honestly, look. So what that is I thought that Falkirk was in Fife. So just kill me now. I'm so sorry. I'm an absolute idiot. But look, do I care? No, not a jot. So that was Wee Gordy. Oh, Wee Gordy. Lovely. So I've got things to tell you. I see that there. You might wonder in the chat if you're watching it now or on catch up what all those dates are. Well, I do believe Mr. TV 136417 is making hints about the Bailey birthday bash, which there will be. You just got to give me a chance to catch my breath. Yes, to catch my breath and sort that out, which I will. Right? Don't you worry about that. It's a certain. So let me, right, so I was going to show you, so that was Gordy, who also was a staple of earlier on in the evening. It depended what time we started, because if we started a bit late, sometimes he couldn't get it. He was a bit well oiled, because he had a special deal back in the day, something to do with pennies in his age, and oh Gordy, yes, he's absolute corker of a bloke, and when we used to be at the Boroughfields, I don't know if you people remember, he used to come down with his big wolf jacket on and his trolley. Love him. Anyway, so that was the pub. I found this little clip and I thought, ooh, right, interesting. 2015, right at the beginning. Now, it actually only happened once, right, but we were optimistic, because now that Bob's a counsellor, we're not going to be getting any of this any soon. So this is a little reminder about the pub, one of the many facets of that place, and a thing that we tried but didn't work very well. And then, or two things we tried and didn't work very well. One was the outside thing to do with food, that was Bob's idea, and then the other was an inside thing to do with Moira, which also didn't always work well, although sometimes it was a cracker. And then it's going to move seamlessly into a little thing that I found, and it just and it's what we've been doing this week. So let's do it. Enjoy.
We're going to put a little film on whilst we get our next act in place. And Graham Taylor, you'll like this. I feel like I'm going to get my own back a little bit. So, film on. Oh, look, everybody. It's Bob. Look, that is Bob out in the patio area. I think she's lost her internet connection. That's Moira Cam. Can you see? Oh, Bob. So, yeah, there he is. But she's lost her internet connection. So let's we're going to play the film, and then we're going to get our singer-songwriter session going. So.
My name's Mark Bailey. I've been building guitars for 15 years or more. On the first day, we lay out the drawing, lay out all the parts so that we know where everything's going to go, and then we can use this to build the instrument. We don't want it to go all the way in yet because there's still some sanding to do on the sides. And we do the final fit in after the fretboard's glued on. Okay, so that's fantastic. That's all the hard work done. That's your 3 facets done. The next stage is to just blend it in, and I'll show you how we do that. So Graham. Yep. Watch this. Go across the way like this. Every book will tell you to plane along the grain. Yep. It's much harder. Okay. For some reason it's easier to go across like that. Perfect. Anyone seen the green vice? The green vice. Was it not on there, Josh, earlier on?
That was yesterday, Mark.
Green vice, anyone? Anyone seen the green vice?
How many guitars have you made?
Well, I turned this.
Yeah, but it's not the arm.
It's called a neck, Graham.
I'm nervous.
Fucking arm. It is though, isn't it? The world's mental. Yeah. I try and stay out of it. That's my plan.
Oh, anyway, so oops, sorry Mandy, I hope you looked away. sorry. And yes, lovely to see the comments in the chat. And hello to Oklahoma! Woohoo! So for those of you, the uninitiated, and we've got Nicola from Oklahoma in the chat. Nicola is originally from Ayr, and she met Mark from Oklahoma when they were in an airport, I believe on 9/11. It was quite a story, that. And so they fell in love. They got married. It was like a fairy tale. They've got 1 million children. That's a lie. But anyway, they've got some lovely children, and they are coming over back to Ayr for a bit, for let's call it a sabbatical, right? And so we're really glad to see him in the chat there. And Mark has decided he'd like to, whilst he's here, what better way to spend some of your time in Ayr than to come up to our workshop and make sawdust. And Mark, if you're watching, I will be in touch with you soon. I don't know if you've seen that I've my life has gone sideways a bit at the moment. I'm very, very slow to respond to anything at the moment, but listen, as long as you're coming, you're on, and our groups, just if you're watching and you're thinking, oh, that workshop looked a bit busy, things are a lot, we have a lot less people now. We're trying to make life as stress-free as possible for us. Anyway, oh, Mike, are you off? Are you actually off? Right, well, hold on a minute. Just before you leave, let's do this. Let's do this before you leave so you can get your warm and furries.
Howdy folks, welcome to the Lockdown Lounge with me and Pinocchio. Here's a song that's sort of written by Eric Bogle a long time ago, but I think the ravages of war are still evident. So it's called The Green Fields of France. Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. See, by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the great fallen in 1916. I hope you died well, and I hope you died clean. Oh, young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1916, in that faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed and forever behind the glass frame? In an old photograph, torn and battered and stained, faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The sun, now it shines on the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze, it makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under the clouds. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Now young Willie McBride, I can't help but wonder why. Do all those who lie here know why they died? And did they believe when they answered the calls? Did they really believe that this war would end wars? The sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying were all done in vain. A young Willie McBride, it all happened again, and again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the pipe lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the pipe lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Cheers, folks. Sorry to be so morose this week, but crap happens. Stay safe.
Oh, so that was now. Look, I've got to apologise to Mike. I don't know if he's still there, but thank you, Mike. And actually, do you know what? It gives me, these things give me ideas, because I think, right, see, that's another Gordy. That's another song that I really associate with Gordy and forever with the pub and Acoustic Bliss. So thank you for that. But I'm really sorry, because apparently Mike sent me that a couple of weeks ago. And I didn't play it, but sometimes I have problems downloading things, or I miss things. So please, if you've sent me something and I haven't played it, just let me know, because it's never deliberate. Whatever TV 1023 says, it's never deliberate. Anyway, thank you, Mike, and good on you going down the pub to play some tunes. That's good. Now listen, I've got a little request, right? If you haven't pressed the heart button, if you haven't, that would be really good if you would. I say that, I've no idea whether it's good or not, but it looks pretty, doesn't it? And I think it probably does help something somewhere along the line. Look, I found smells of lavender, it's lovely. Anyway, so I love that, Mike, love that. So thank you, and blimey, great stuff. Yes. Oh, and it's lovely to see you all there. Now I've got my quiz. So Nicola from Oklahoma, I cut myself off, but anyway, it's lovely to see you, and I will be in touch. I've not been home very much, and but yes, tell Mark he's on the list. And actually, this is not meant to be an advert for Bailey, but we haven't really got dates booked in for this year at all. What's happened is people have got in touch with us and said, I'd like to build. I've got a guy that's interested in coming a little bit here and there. So we're kind of being a bit relaxed this year, so that it's not stressful, and but so if you are interested, and you haven't seen any courses advertised, just get in touch, because we are, I will get round to organising dates at some point. I just haven't really had a free moment. This is my one vice this evening, Thursday evenings. Okay, on the quiz, we've got quiz questions, right? So this is one for Canada. Well, you can all join in. Ruth Bissett, have you got your bit of paper? Right. So the question that I'm asking, it is a Canadian question, and the question is, how many children do Brian have? How many children has Brian lost? Answers in the chat. And next we're going to go to something a little bit different. I want a little bit of this now. Always brings me a smile. We're featuring pub things tonight, and obviously it's always from I mean Twadogs, but there are things that remind me of the old days in the pub, and this my next act is one of them.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. I wish I knew the rest of it. It's hot in here, isn't it? Now here you go again, you want your freedom. Well, who am I to bring you down? That's totally the wrong way, isn't it? Now here you go again, you say. I'll start again. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to bring you down? It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams, babe. Have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Like a heartbeat marching back, and a still place of remembering what you had, what you lost, what you had, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. There's only love you in the pain. 'Cause women
Yeah, Megan, Bobby Clark, and a wee bit of Wolfie. And yeah, she was on form that night. And actually I found some really brilliant ones of her, and I've lost the date, so I'm gonna, Megan, if you're watching, I'm gonna go back through it at some point and dig them out. In fact, I'm always banging on about making playlists and things, but one thing I have thought is that the last journey I had home on the train took forever. Points failure. Forgotten all these things. Anyway, took forever, and I had to get about 5 trains. But I did realise that if I set myself up, that one thing I could do quite easily is go through the Bliss archive, you know, and maybe do something with YouTube, you know. So I've got, you know, I'm gonna make the most of every minute. Anyway, hey, right. So I don't know what's going on in the chat. There's things, but I've got questions for the quiz. Now obviously the answer, we're not entirely sure how many children Brian has forgotten about. I used the wrong word. Lost was a bit, it was a bit triggering. We've brought back trauma, which I didn't mean to, and he had no idea what I was talking about. But Kelly reliably informs us that the proper answer was 1, really. He's only forgotten 1 child actually, and I think he made amends for that. And so anyway, I've got some next quiz, pen and paper ready. Got a question for James Bissett, and my question is what happened with the dogs in the car? That's I'm just going to leave that there, and you can answer in the chat. If anybody else knows what happened to James Bissett with his dogs in his car, please suggestions in the chat. Yes, that'll do for now. And oh my goodness, right, so where are we going next? What time have we got? Oh well, we're all right, we've got plenty of time now. Right, so I remembered that, well, I thought I'd have a little look and see whose birthday it was. Oh, and it was, you know, quite a strange collection actually, quite a strange collection of birthdays. A million people I've never heard of over the centuries, not surprising there. But on this day, these 4 men that I had heard of were born, right? One was Miles Davis. Fabulous, what a musician. Of course, thinking, right, well, I don't think I'll be able to find anybody that came to Bliss that played any Miles Davis. I might be wrong. If I am, there's another question. Did anybody come to Bliss and play any Miles Davis? If you can let me know their name, the date that they played, and the point in the video where they played it, that'd be brilliant, and I'll dig that out. The next one was Lenny Kravitz, right, who I went to see. Is one of the few arena gigs that I went to see. Was well out of place. I think I might have told you this before, but yeah, I had never seen screaming girls before until Lenny Kravitz appeared through the mist backwards on stage, looking like a triangle. It's very odd. Anyway, but the crowd went wild and I couldn't see a thing because they all stood up on their chairs and banged and drowned his beautiful voice and his fantastic guitar playing out. I wasn't happy. Wanted my money back, but it's too late by that time. Anyway, Lenny Kravitz was born. He was born, and you know, I had a real phase on Lenny Kravitz because I know he's sort of like cross genre really, but he's beautiful. And anyway, so it was his birthday. Now Mark and I do a Lenny Kravitz song, but I didn't know where to look for it, so there we are. We won't be playing that, you'll be glad to know. Then the other one, oh, so there were two acts that I knew, that I'd heard of, and I'm going to make reference to. Right. But then another thing that came up, right. So this is my next quiz question. Ruth Bissett, pen, paper, right. Who is Sally Ride? That's what I want you to tell me. Who is Sally Ride? Because I tell you what, I'd never bloody heard of her. Anyway, so our next act, we'll come back to that, and some answers in the chats, whoever Sally Ride is. So the other birthday that was today. Oh, right, was actually there were 3 that I'd heard of. No, sorry, there's 2 that I could reference. Right, so let me find it. Oh, for God's sake, Carol, get your grip. Get your grip. Right, where is it? It's up. Right. So one of them was Mick Ronson, and now so this I was going to play this last time. Remember I said all my videos had got lost, so it just seemed fitting. So Mick Ronson, it was his birthday. It is his birthday today. Didn't write down when, but anyway. So this is from 2016, I believe, and this is my little tribute to the man, not the man who fell to the earth. Spiders with Mars. Spiders with Mars. I think the Guinness is kicking in. Here we go. Oh, right, no, we're not going anywhere. We've got to do this up here. Here you go.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You breathing made the grave, and the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave our capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in the most peculiar way. The stars look very different today. For you, am I floating in a tin can, far above the world? Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Though I'm past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and my spaceship seems to know which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much, she knows. Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuit's dead, there is something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? 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 Am I floating in a tin can, far above the moon? Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
We have been bearing the bull, and I hope you've all enjoyed our set. Thank you, Carol, for bringing us back for a wee bit, and we appreciate. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your night. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's the Bear and the Bull. That's Stephen and Taylor, and they unfortunately for them, that set was split up. We used to get a lot of internet breakdowns in the pub before we installed, or Bob installed, superfast broadband, and some sessions got. It often happened when the songwriter session was on, and theirs got split in half, and I never resolved that. So I'm sorry to them for that. But oh, thank you. So bit of Bowie to pay tribute to Mick Ronson for his birthday. But oh my goodness, the questions are coming flooding in now. So I've laughed so much, right, whilst listening to that beautiful, see Stephen's voice. That it's like it's so powerful, and I don't know. Haven't seen them for a long time. I don't know if they're still playing. I mean, obviously lots of people stopped, didn't they? But Taylor on the keyboard is Connor Johnson's brother, and yeah, there's been some magical music from that part of the world. So thank you to them. And so my questioning. So before the break, before we went to the music, you know, where it was we asked the quiz question was James Bissett, what happened with the dogs in the car? And apparently James Bissett drove for 5 miles to walk the dogs before realising that they weren't in the back of the car. I think that's absolutely that's absolutely brilliant. Class. Yeah, and anyway, Dode, my next quiz question is Dode really in Canada? And is the catchment, as Tiff's pointed out, is the catchment area for the Stranraer paramedics now widened to include Canada? I mean, honestly, the health service is bonkers over here. In fact, do you know what? You could probably get to Canada. You probably get to Brian and Kelly's quicker than you could get an ambulance. If you're anyway, don't stop me from that again. Anyway, yes. I'm loving this, loving the questions. Yes, another one came to me, but I forgot. So, Bear and the Bull. Now, the other person that I noticed, I mean, sometimes I don't mention birthdays because it throws up nothing of interest at all. Oh, yes. Now, Sally Ride. Sally Ride. I hope I haven't written it down wrong, but I'm sure that's what it said. I was really shocked. Right, I hope I'm looking in the camera. I was really shocked. Sally Ride, it's her birthday today. Sorry, I'm looking. Are you really? Dode, are you really? Are you really over there? I'm gonna have to go in the chat afterwards. So, but you're not in an ambulance, I'll take it. Anyway, distract. So Sally Ride, whose name I've never heard of. I'm quite cross about this actually. Sally Ride was the first US woman in space. She's the first American woman in space. Why don't we know her name? Why do I know Buzz Bloomin' Aldrin, but I've never heard of Sally Ride? Well, not happy about that. I don't know why. That's not right, is it? Ride Sally Ride. That's what we're thinking, music. But anyway, first it's wrong. Rubbish. Anyway, because the people we have heard of, let's face it, right? Somebody who was born a lot earlier than that, right? And probably didn't go to the moon, whose birthday it was today, was George Formby. And George Formby was he was big, wasn't he, in the 40s and the 50s, maybe even the 30s, but certainly the 40s and the 50s. And by the time that radio and radio was invented, he was banned. He was banned from a lot of radio. But I don't know if you know anything about George Formby, but I do love the stories about him because apparently his wife was his manager, and she took no crap, right? No, not from anybody, and she wasn't prepared for him to compromise his artistry for no one. So it's a really interesting story. If you don't know it, find out, because it was quite something. and they, you know, you, of course, I saw the watered down versions or the censored versions of George Formby when I was a child, and yeah. Anyway, so my tribute to George Formby is not that I'm going to play the ukulele, but I found a little bit of ukulele playing from a woman. So we're going to play a bit of this, and so this is my tribute to Sally Ride, right? Yeah, Ride on Sally. And it's a shame. You really should be more famous than George Formby. Right, let's go. Here we go.
I'll do you another poem, if that's all right, whilst they put a mic on it. Okay. I shall not be a wallflower, blooming flat and dull. I shall be a triffid and break the languid lull. I am a tangleweed, tenuous and lithe, and I shall strangle every bloom that fights to take my shine. Mine the dripping nectar of light and ever blaze. Mine the glowing ripples on the water in the haze. I will not share a morsel. Mine is every drop. I will not be a shadow on the wall of what I'm not. This song is based on the Einstein quote about if you judge a fish by how well it can climb a tree, then the fish will go through its entire life thinking it's rubbish at everything. So it's called Hey Little Sister. I'm not panicking. Come to sit down. Does that help? Hey little sister, are you older than me? I am a fish, I got the scales. I am a fish, I climbed a tree. You are the wave that broke on sand and hit the rock that split the sea. I'm staying very calm. Hey little sister, are you older? Are you wiser than me? Tilly Cratchit was the meanest kid in London, with a walking stick to hit you every time you near the line. Old Ebenezer saved his pennies for a meter, and he always said you never know your time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only precious time. Hey little sister, are you older, much stronger than me? I am a fish, you are a wave, but we both ride the rocket sea. And if I found a little patch to plant my Himalayan tree, hey little sister, would you hold back your way for me? It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only precious time, 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 precious time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only time, 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 precious time. It's only precious time.
Oh That's the best end, where the nightclubs thrive. Down into a dive you go. There's a jazz queen, she's a has been Lord knows what. Every night she's there on shore. She dances underneath a magic spell. She's full of charm and gin and stout as well. She's 66 but she looks 16. Her friends don't know her now, her face is clean. Fun night, funny, the frowsy nightclub queen. See her glide around the floor, glide into the pub next door. Fun night, funny is the frowsy nightclub queen. She looks well in the lime, she's a queen all the time. You'll get your money's worth. By day you'd say it's the second time I know. She waltzes into the West End shop, walks right out of there between two cops. Fun night, fun is the frowsy nightclub queen. Your money's worth. By day you'd say it's the second time I know. She's a peach but understand, they call her a peach cause she's always can. Fun night funny, the frowsy nightclub queen. When she dresses she's like Mae West. She wears two saucepans upon her chest. She's fun like funny, the frowsy nightclub queen. By day you'd say it's the second time I know. Every morning about midday they're calling for the empties on the card away. Fun night funny, the frowsy nightclub queen. She's on the table. Fun night funny, the frowsy nightclub queen. Quite unstable. Fun night funny, the frowsy nightclub queen. Without her frock on. Fun night funny is the frowsy nightclub queen.
Oh, hey, Cohen! Hey, so yeah, sorry, Steve, if I confuse you. But that's actually, that was a wee slideshow from lockdown that Moira made, and I think it must have been, maybe it was, I think it was semi-lockdown. I think it was the next year, 21, from about this time in 21. So yes. So the before that, now what was weird is the coincidence. Did you spot that? Was that, I think that sounded like a George Formby song. So before the slideshow, before that was Holly Johnston, who is originally, well, I think she might be back in the East. I think she is from Norfolk. might be Suffolk, not sure. I think it might be Norfolk. I think she's from Norwich. I'm not sure, but her name's Holly Johnston, and she is a really lovely singer-songwriter, and she actually plays guitar and other things, and she has got a beautiful voice, whoever said that, and she's got she is very original. She's an artist, really, you know, musical artist. And we loved her. She came to she lived in Ayr for a wee while with James Morgan. They were studying at the University of Westminster. No, University of the West of Scotland. Freudian slip. So wonderful. And then that was the Tipsy Gypsy playing to the slideshow, and I'm absolutely sure that's a George Formby song, because it's got the word Fanny in it and it sounds like it. So there we go, we're doing all right. And as you can probably see, oofed, I made a slight boo-boo there, didn't I? Because I gave the game away. So my next act tonight is nothing to do with anybody's birthdays at all. Is it? No, nobody's birthdays, but it's got a strange title which I don't really understand. So I think given the time and the fact that it's dusk here in the cupboard, I think it's time for this. It's what we all need, isn't it?
I've lost James Bissett. And he won't send me any more signed photos. A picture in a gown that hung on the wall when she was married herself nearly 27 years before. She had to change her style a little, but it looked just fine. They stayed up all night, but they got it finished just in time. Now on the arm of her daddy, she's a-walking down the aisle, and she catches my eye and gives me a secret smile. Maybe it's too old-fashioned, but we once were close friends. But the way today she looks, she never could have been. I can see her now in tight blue jeans, pumping all the money in a record machine, spinning like a top. You should have seen her go. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. A proud daddy only wanna give his little girl the best, so he put down a grand on a cozy little lover's nest. You could have called the reception an unqualified success. They had a posh hotel for 150 guests. Take a look at the bridegroom smiling and pleased pie, shaking hands all around with a glassy look in his eye. He's got a real good job and his shirt and tie is nice. But I remember the day when she would never even look at him twice. 'Cause I can see her now, drinking with the boys, breaking their hearts like they were toys. To do the pony, she used to do the stroll. Oh, I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I can see her now, headphones on, jumping jumping up and down to her favourite song. I still remember when she used to want to make a lot of noise, hopping and bopping with the street corner boys. She used to love to party, she used to love to go. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. Dave Edmunds, Nick Lowe, all those sorts of people, and I Knew the Bride.
I don't know how Mike sneaked in there. He managed to get himself in the sauna at the end. I don't know. TV! Awesome. I like your special effect. I like your long hair. I didn't think I knew that song. And then I realised I do. I did know it. And so thank you. Brilliant. Awesome. Love it. And I love the chat. Honestly, it's just... It's so freeing's not the right word, but it's just really lovely. It's lovely to not have a care in the world, actually. So thank you to you all for that. Unbelievably, it's 10:05. I can't believe it, and I'm not running over really super late tonight because like I say, I need a bath. I need a bath, and you know, we're working. We have students, and tomorrow is finishing day. And do you know what? I was harmonising. I was going and singing along with that. It was fantastic. So in the home straight, I've got a little smorgasbord of stuff for you. And right, we've done all that. So let's have a look in this bin now. They're called media bins, but it's not a bin such as such. So as you well know, I like to have a happy place, and I also like to play. I've been trying, because people asked, to play tunes. Me and Mark, you know, Christmas in Marrakesh. Me and Mark. Now, if I can find, I'm plumbing rubbish at this. I did actually find. Oh yeah. So I found. This is the point evening where we just change the mood slightly. Dusk. We've had a rock and roll song. Now we're going to change the mood slightly. I was torn whether to play this right at the very beginning, but I didn't. And I really like this song. I like it's off a fantastic album that I had on tape because I copied it from somebody, tuss, but it was back in the days when that was all I had, was a tapes that I'd taped myself. And I really loved this album that it was on, and but it's just taken on more poignancy because I am often not where I want to be, and so I send this to you. This song's for all of you because you know, near or far, we're all kind of far away, aren't we, from each other, and sometimes mentally as well. And that's the thing that I've not been very happy with myself for is feeling that I'm far away. So shut up pontificating. Here is hopefully we'll do it justice. It's very early. It's from 2015, and Mark looks like a baby. But here we go.
We're going to play a song. So far away, doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. It doesn't help to know you're just time away. Long ago I reached for you and there you stood. Seeing you again can only wonder if I could, but you're so far away. One more song about moving along the highway. Can't seem to think of anything that's new. I could live my life out my way. I would spend each moment close to you. But you're so far away. Oh, you're so far away. Ooh, you're so far away. You're so far away. Driving along this road only makes me lonely. I can't think of anything to do. My mind, if I will live this life out my way, 'cause there's so many dreams I've yet to find. You're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. It doesn't help to know you're so far away. Hey, you're so far away. Oh, so far away. Ooh, so far away. Thank you. Thank you.
That's right. Here we go. For a little song here. Hope you like it. Alright, let's get her done. Well, 2020's been a hell of a year. I've been locked down and grumpy, and I'm running out of beer, and I'm feeling kind of funky, though I only sing the blues. It's 20 fucking 20s left us nothing much to lose. Yeah, I've been looking back at the last 11 years, and then I realize it's only months, reducing me to tears. Well, time has lost all meaning as the seasons seem to fuse. The 20 shitting 20s just refusing to enthuse. We've had bushfires in Australia, no deal Brexit, Donald Trump, racist cops, fascist strops, recession, Donald Trump. Well, I won't dwell on Corona, 'cause there's little to amuse. 20 Trump and 20's gonna leave a fucking bruise. Alright then, come on. Alright, let's go. to alleviate the year. And it don't involve the wacky backy, the bourbon or the beer. Karma's coming round, but it's down to everyone. Just random acts of kindness throughout 2021. Yeah. So pay a stranger's parking charge, trim a neighbor's tree, smile hello to everyone, resuscitate a bee. Wear a mask, wash your hands, observe the social distance. We'll lose the blues for better news and bid this year good riddance.
Hey, that was pretty good. What the heck?
I was having a little weep before, so I thought I'd go straight into my happy place, which was my happy place choice this week was Carsick Kenny, which is obviously Kenny's take. Well, it's Carsick Kenny, isn't it, rather than C6 Steve. Remember C6 Steve? And it's mad, right? Because in there is a ukulele. There's a link there, right? C6 Steve is the person that asked Katie Cross to play on his Wembley gig, Wembley Arena. So shortly after that video that I showed you, sometime round about there, if it wasn't there, it was a few months afterwards, she played on C6 Steve's Wembley Arena stage, right? And there is my happy place. We're almost at the end today, but that was my happy place. I chose that because I absolutely love that song. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And Kenny, it was a sort of it's a video. It's like a YouTube video jukebox kind of thing. I think they do it every year, and that was Kenny's entry. And Kenny was absolutely stonking. Oh, right. That's Ruth in and TV out. Anyway, thank you, TV, for your love, for all your suggestions and your dates. Email me with those, and for your video. Wonderful. So we're on the last bit now, Ruth. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm just playing. I'm going to play my last. This is the last sort of chunk, and then we're gonna go. Now actually I've got two short clips to play, two little clips, because I'm building up to the end. I've got a stormer, I've got a short clip, and then a long clip, a longer clip to play us out. So thank you, and thank you for the lovely comments. They are lovely, and I tell myself that I am still a singer, and that I haven't given up, and I hope very much that that's true. Okay, so in my penultimate act tonight actually was in the audience when that Katie Cross track that I played earlier was played. And actually I can't believe in the whole of lockdown and the last 2 years of doing this that I haven't had a Glasgow night, which I blooming well should do. That's that note to self, Glasgow night, right? I'll do that because some awful things. So my next act is a man from Glasgow, and well, he's really influential in the Glasgow music scene because of his open mic nights. He obviously he's a hard touring, hard working, gigging player, and he obviously in lockdown was really badly affected, like many of us, but worse than lots, because he was, music was all that he did. He didn't have any backup, and this guy tours. He tours a lot, and as soon as things were opened up, he was off ski. So anyway, this is him actually doing a cover, but I am going to have a Glasgow night, and we'll have him in our Glasgow night. So It is the brilliant, characterful, and what's the word? Rah! Mick Hagen. I'm losing my voice.
Play one more. I'll play a wee cover. Learn me up in the telly. Give me a close up of my face. I want to see how fantastic this beard is. Oh, that's a topper. Side pro. Thank you very much. It's ginger but in it, so I worked it. Thanks very much to everybody. Thanks to you. Keep supporting live music. Cheers. It's a beautiful thing. Get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. Come on in the morning, I go to bed and I'm feeling the same way. I'm nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and I'm bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, oh, oh. Even if you're just dancing in the dark. Message keeps getting clearer. Radio's on and I'm moving around the place. Check my look in the mirror. Gonna change my clothes, my hair, my face, and I ain't getting nowhere. I'm just living in a dump like this. There's something happening somewhere. Baby, I just know there is. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if you're just dancing in the dark. Sitting right getting older. There's a joke here somewhere and it's on me. Take this world off my shoulders. Come on, baby, the life's on me. Stay on the streets of this town. They'll be carving you up all night. Say you gotta stay hungry. Hey, baby, I'm just about starving tonight, and I'm looking for your action. Sick of sitting here trying to write this book. I need your love reaction. Won't you give me one more look? You can't start a fire, sing it. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, oh, oh. Even if you're just dancing in the dark. You can't start a fire. You're sitting here not dreaming about a broken heart. This gun is for hire, even if you're just dancing in the dark. I hear things like fucking, some people say psycho things. I just hear things. Last Christmas I gave my heart. I can hear Taylor Swift there as well, I tell you. You can hear that. Nice to meet you, where you been? I can show you incredible things. Magic, money, heaven sent. Thought I saw you then, I said, oh my God, look at that face. You could be my next mistake. So I don't know the words to Taylor Swift. You just hear, as I say, I hear things. A new money, suit and tie. I can read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny? People lie. And I know you heard about me. Oh my God, Look at that face, you could be my next mistake. Grab your passport and my hand. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. Tell me that it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. I got a blank space, baby. Blank look, I'll write your name. Yeah, I'll write your name. Yeah, I'll write your name. Cause I gotta have faith, faith, faith. I gotta have faith. Cheers later, chips. Thank you.
Oh, so that was the absolutely fantabulous Mick Hagan, and that's Mick Hagan with an H, H-A-R-G-A-N. It's a lovely, it's a fantastic guitar. It is quite holy because he's quite hard on his guitars. Anyway, listen, my bath's running, right? I ain't got very long. So my last video tonight, because I do want to finish before my bath overflows. No, I want to finish on a high note, right? And I don't normally finish with a video that was made earlier, but I decided to tonight because when I started planning tonight, I thought my theme, you know, was kind of going to be about being far away and travelling and kind of stuff like that, and trying to draw us back to the, you know, where it all started, the pub and everything. And I've kind of done that a bit, and then I've got sidetracked. We've just had a laugh. It's fine, right? But I want to finish because although the music is not a particularly calming song to finish with, I don't mean that in any other way, in that it's not a quiet song. This video stood out in my mind. I've played it a couple of times, but it's for me, it's the video is sort of sums up what draws me back here, apart from Mark obviously and the fact that I live here, but you know what I mean. This video sums up, it was the thing that when we first started coming here, that I just thought I want to be here because I love this view, and I grew up near a place like this, and so we're going to finish with this. It will leave us feeling good for sure, and I want to thank you for tonight, because I do, you know, I think I said last time, even if only a couple of people watched, I'd do it because I really need it at the moment, and it's absolutely blooming brilliant. So thank you to everyone. Yeah, I'll maybe, you know, I'm not going to stop because it's keeping me completely sane. But thank you to all. There were so many other questions. We'll have to do quiz night again. Hey, oh yeah, I did have one, which was oh yeah, how many pints of Guinness does Bill Allinson have on a Thursday night? No one knows, right? Anyway, I'll see you all next week. So I'm going to leave you with this. TV will be sorry that he's gone to bed, but maybe I'll watch it on catch up. But I've chosen this because of the view, and I want you to remind yourself of where it is. What is your place that draws you back and keeps you sane? And this is one of the things for me. So anyway, have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you next week, I hope. The internet willing. See you soon.
sold my gifts like any working boy. But the price was always peanuts, and the cost was way too high. It's time to leave this city, you and I. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. I wouldn't do that if I were you, said a strange little man in a suit of blue. But you just laughed and told him where to go. 'Cause I have seen the writing, wings will lift us high. It's time to leave this city, time to fly. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell you what we're going to do. We'll take the high road, me and you, and board the ferry as the sun goes down. And Kildonan will be waiting, and the moon will light our way. We'll dance again across the yellow bay. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now. Come away with me, darling. Come away with me now.
Town of Air, Statue Square, Twaddock's Bar, you'll find it there. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, sweet sound of acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Moore's guitar, Jem smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Come along, bring your song, play guitar or an oberon. Banjo, flute, violin, piano, sax, just anything. Duffy rocks, Chloe rolls, Wolfie sleeps and Norman blows, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Absent friends, Willie and Ken, reminisce and laugh again. The song is sung, the day is done, but the memories will linger long. Behind the mask, raise a glass to live music and friends, past no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Silent singers, songless days, shadows playing without a stage. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, how I miss acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Mark's guitar, Tom smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Life rocks, you gotta roll. Play the blues and ease the soul, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar. Ben Bob singing bar. In Bob singing bar, the smiles come free.
Bob singing Bob.
1 dub, 2 dub, 3 dub, 4 dub, 5 dub, 6 dub, 7.
Bob singing Bob.
Bailey guitars, 2 dub, 3 dub, acoustic, 5 dub, 6 dub, 7.
Bob singing Bob.
Bailey guitars, 3 dub, acoustic, 5 dub, 6 dub, 7.
Bob singing Bob.
Bailey guitars,